4C Visions. I'm your host, R.V. Hight, Director of Communications at Central Carolina Community College. In this edition of 4C Visions, it is my pleasure to welcome Barbara Campbell, Nursing Department Chair at Central Carolina Community College. A graduate of the Cccc Associate Degree in Nursing program, she worked as a nurse before returning to Cccc as a faculty member. Barbara, welcome to 4C Visions.
Well, thank you, RV. I appreciate it. It's really an honor to be here. I enjoy talking about the program, and I really appreciate the opportunity to get out the information about our program.
Well, Barbara, it must be extremely satisfying to be leading the program of which yourself is a graduate. What is it like to teach and lead the program?
Oh, again, RV, it's such an honor to be able to be a student and say I'm a graduate of the program, and then come back and to be faculty and now be leading the program. I'm just so thankful for the opportunities that the community college offers to our community for people that are interested in going back and getting their education. And I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the community college system.
Well, what has changed in nursing from the time you were a student until now as nursing department chair?
Well, there's been a lot that has changed, you know, over time with the changes in the Health Care and Affordable Care Act. Now, there's the hospitals and the acute care facilities are really trying to figure out how to bring excellent patient care while still being able to be viable in that environment. So there's a lot has changed, and with the nursing profession, nurses now are really being held accountable for providing evidence-based practice and care to the clients. And so a lot has changed, but it's all changed for the good.
Well, that's great. Now, what pathways into nursing careers do we offer at Central Carolina Community College?
Well, here at CCCC, we're really have a comprehensive entry pathway into nursing. The students are required to have their certified nursing assistant certificate, and that is offered by the college through their continuing ed department. And now a lot of the high schools actually offer you know, that entryway also. So once they have their CNA certificate, they can apply either to the practical nursing program or the associate degree nursing program. And recently, within the last couple of years, those curriculums have aligned, so it allows students that are interested in the practical nursing program to come in, participate in that program, get their licensure, and then apply for advanced standing into the associate degree program. And with the recent signing of the articulation agreement between the UNC system and the community college system, the students now can transfer those credits as a block to go on then and continue for their bachelor's and their master's and and just continue. And the sky's really the limit for people who are interested in the profession. And it all can start right at the community college.
That's exciting. Well, Barbara, it's long been said that there is a shortage of nurses. Is there still a nursing shortage?
There's some different thoughts about that out there now, but what we see in the community is there's still a huge need for nurses. The graduates are getting job offers even before they graduate, and you know, so as the nurses begin to retire out, and then there's such a need in the community because of the way the care is now. There's plenty of job opportunities out there. So I would say, in my opinion, yes, there is still a nursing shortage.
With the need for nurses, what is the average salary for a registered nurse? And what types of jobs are available for registered nurses?
Well, not just so much. The registered nurses right now, the average pay is starting out around $57,000 a year. And that's very good, and then there's always opportunities to make additional money with work if you're wanting to work the evening shift or the shift differentials. But just with nurses in general, not just registered nurses, a lot of the registered nurses work in the acute care facilities, but there is a huge need out there for licensed practical nurses also, as the need is increased for long-term care for, the community. So there's a huge amount of need out there.
Barbara, what are nursing program information sessions, and when will the next sessions be held here?
Okay, thank you for asking that, because our nursing information sessions really give people in the community an opportunity to meet with us. I'm usually there and find out really details about the program and how to get started in enrollment and prerequisites and admission criteria. And our next one is scheduled for February the 15th at 6 p.m. at the Dennis Wicker Civic Center. And so we'd be glad to have everybody come out.
And what are some of the prerequisites for the program that these nursing students may need?
Well, general skills include their math, biology, general, their CNA is required. So we tell students that's a really good place to start. You can contact our continuing ed department and register for those classes through them, because that is a requirement to apply for the nursing program. So that's a big one that people can start working on early, get into the profession to see if that's a profession that's really for them. So.
Well, when is the next enrollment period for the nursing program, and how many nurses do you expect to take in during that time?
Our next application period runs from January let me make sure I got this right, because we tend to change it. So, and it is on our website, but I should know this right off, but it begins January the 17th through February the 16th. And I know we adjusted it a little bit so that people could attend that information session, because that also is a mandatory criteria for admission into the program. So we've changed it a little bit to accommodate those students who are interested in coming in. So,
Barbara is a graduate of the CCC nursing program and now leader of the program. What makes the CCC nursing program so attractive for prospective nurses?
Well, like I said earlier, RV, I think the community college offers a unique setting for people in the community, because had it not been the community college, I would not be able to be here today, and I would not have had the opportunities that I had. I think it really offers an opportunity for second careers, for people that are right out of high school, just the gamut of people that are in the community, and really offers a possibility and for advancement and education for students that may not be able to go straight to a four-year school. So, and I think the community college too offers a sense of community. I get to meet with my students. We get to see what kind of struggles they're having and helping them to be successful. And it's a little bit closer, smaller environment, and our classroom's like a community.
Wow. What is it that attracted you to the nursing profession?
Wow, for me, I was that student who was interested in nursing right out of high school, but did not come from a family who really instilled, my parents never graduated high school, and so for them, their objective for me was to graduate high school. Well, once I did that, that's kind of where it stopped. And although I was interested in nursing, I went on to work a full-time job. I couldn't understand how I was going to, not have that job and pay for my car and all that stuff. And then my mother was actually diagnosed with cancer, and I was put into that system, and she was provided care by some wonderful nurses, and it just kind of spurred my interest back. But by then I was married and had 2 children, and but because of the community college, I was able to go at night and do my prerequisites, And then when my kids went to school, I was able to come into the program and went through the program and was a graduate. And, you know, I couldn't have done that if it had not been for the community college, because there's no way I could have went to a 4-year university at that point.
And I'm sure that you hear similar stories from your students today about obstacles that they face in coming to school. And I'm sure that you're able to give them some good advice on that.
I would like to think so.
Well, that's great. Well, for those individuals who are interested in learning more or applying for admission into the CCCC nursing program, how can they receive further information?
Again, the information session that we've got coming up, February the 15th at 6 p.m. at the Dennis Wicker Center. And then our website, if you just go to the main CCCC webpage and then navigate from A to Z up at the top and click on nursing, that'll take you to the information page about our programs, the PN and the ADM programs. Or call in the directory under Barbara Campbell. My number is 919-718-7390. I had to think about that. But I'd be glad to talk and answer any questions I can.
Barbara, as both a former student here and now a faculty member, what is it that makes Central Carolina Community College such a special place for our students?
I think the emphasis, one reason is not just in my department, but the college as a whole has an emphasis on student success and learning first. So one thing that is a benefit for our students in the community is that everyone at the college, from you know, the student services on through the registrar and everybody that students come in contact with, everybody is generally interested in the success of that individual student and is always willing to, you know, reach out and find out what kind of barriers are out there for that particular student and address those in a very particular way for that student, and hopes to encourage their success. And I think that having that community feeling at the college, and I think our students feel that and know that we have a genuine interest in their success.
And Barbara, I wanted to give you the opportunity to say something about your faculty and staff in your department. I know that you're all very proud of their accomplishments.
I truly am. I couldn't, our department would not be what it is without the faculty, and every one of the faculty that we have, both in the practical nursing program, the associate degree program, our support staff, our administration, you know, everybody has student success on their mind and is willing to you know, think outside of the box to try to see what it makes that individual student a success in our program.
Well, Barbara, one more time, let's let our audience know if we have someone who may be interested in the nursing program, what do they need to do to apply or to get further information?
Yeah. They can come by the school at any time and speak with any of the advisors, the nursing advisors, or any of the other advisors in student services. And they're located in the Bell building. They're all very knowledgeable and can direct the students or anyone who's interested to me. I'm in Lett Hall. And again, on our main CCCC webpage, and just navigate to the nursing webpage. That'll give a lot of information, and then just pick up the phone and call, and we'll get you to where you need to be.
Well, Barbara, thank you for being with us today, and thank you for your service to the college.
Thank you.
And we will return right after these messages.
Thank you.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're gonna turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Find me one.
What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice, she's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Welcome back to 4C Visions. Today we welcome Kelvin Hunt, Central Carolina Community College Director of Student Outreach. Originally from Chadbourne, Mr. Hunt is a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, where he was a 4-year letterman in baseball. He has worked in college admissions for 13 years, 2 years at UNC Pembroke, and the last 11 at Cccc. Kelvin, welcome to 4C Visions.
Thank you, RV. It's a pleasure to be here. I talk about the college for a living, so very excited to be able to talk about the opportunities we have at Cccc for our students.
Well, Kelvin, you're often visiting with high school students to share the good news of available offerings at Central Carolina Community College. What makes Cccc such an attractive choice for many students?
Oh man, where can I start? Usually, students look at Cccc and they think of quality of education. They look at all the programs that we offer, close proximity, things of that nature. The cost is affordable for the students. So all of those things are very attractive to the students as they're looking at Cccc. And so we do everything we can to accommodate them.
Well, what do students look for in a college, whether it be Cccc or a 4-year school?
I really think it depends on the student. If it's a non-traditional student, they may be looking to come back to college for retraining, to go back into the workforce. If it's a traditional student right out of high school, they may be looking to start at Cccc and go into our university transfer program and transfer to a 4-year school. They may be looking to stay close to home, save costs as far as college education goes. All of those type of things that they may be looking forward to.
Well, does a student need to know what he or she wants to study before choosing a specific college?
That's a good question. The quick answer is no, but it would be helpful if the student has an idea of what they want to major in. Typically, if a student is unsure what they want to major in, they can choose university transfer and enroll in some general classes until they decide what they want to enroll in. Typically, we would have the student to take personality assessment testing in our career center to kind of help them decide what they want to do or what field would be good for them to go into. But it would be great if they know what they want to go into beforehand. That way we can advise them appropriately and steer them in the right direction and hopefully they'll persist through the program and graduate and accomplish the goals that they have set for themselves.
We'll share with our viewers about some of the academic opportunities that are available for students at CCCC.
Oh man, there's so many. I'm probably going to get in trouble if I don't name all of them. But we have our outstanding medical programs, nursing, veterinary medical technology, university transfer, criminal justice. We're known for having a lot of unique programs at CCCC. So our laser and photonics program, motorcycle mechanics, our sustainable agriculture, sustainable technologies programs. All of them are excellent programs to go into. Some of them are located on all of our campuses. Some of them are only on specific campuses here at CCCC. But that's kind of what we're known for, having a lot of unique choices to choose from.
That's one of the exciting things. What are some of the common questions that you hear from prospective students?
One of them is, can I take this class on this particular campus? Like I said, we're a multi-campus, multi-county facility. So some students are unsure of what courses are offered on what particular campus. A lot of them are unsure of the programs that we may offer. Some of them are unsure of the cost, and when I go over the cost with them, they're really surprised. They're like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know, it was that affordable." Some of them are unsure of the actual college schedule compared to their high school schedule. So those are some of the really common questions that we have.
Can potential students visit Central Carolina Community College?
They can, and actually we encourage the students to visit us. I just finished a group tour of about 15 students from Johnston County. You can just show up if you like. We prefer that you schedule an appointment. You can call me directly at 919-718-7368 or email me. That's probably the best way to do it at khunt399@cccc.edu, or you can go to our website at www.cccc.edu, and at the very bottom of the page there's a schedule a visit link. If you'll just click that link and drop your information in there, we'll follow up with you that day and try to coordinate a tour for you on whichever campus you're interested in visiting.
What sort of advice would you give to students that may be considering college, preparations that they need to make in high school to prepare for the college experience?
Absolutely. Well, to kind of piggyback on the last thing I was talking about, the most important thing a student can do is visit the campus that they're looking to go to. A lot of students will have 2 or 3 colleges that they're looking at, and it's kind of like if I go talk to a student and I say, hey, CCCC is the best program out there. I can tell them that all day, but until they actually come and see the program for themselves, it's kind of like, tasting the food that you never had before and kind of saying, oh man, that's really what I want. So visiting the colleges that they're looking at, that's pretty much going to help them determine this is a good fit for me. The other one is actually making sure that college has your major, looking at the cost of the college and making sure it's something that is affordable. Looking at the class size ratio of teacher to students, and things like that.
Okay. What do people need to do to apply to Central Carolina Community College?
Well, they can apply online. Go to our website, again, www.cccc.edu. Complete their application online, and once they complete the application online, essentially they'll need to have their transcripts sent to us. High school transcripts, if they've attended college elsewhere, we'll need those college transcripts also. And then the next step would be determining if they need a placement test, and then of course applying for financial aid, and then attending our new student orientations, which I highly encourage our students to do. They're done really well, and they're a great resource for our students to enroll here at CCCC.
When do students need to apply? What's the best time?
Okay. Well, there's no deadline per se. So if you're a high school graduate coming up here in 2017, you actually can apply now. We encourage you to apply early. You can wait until June of next year. You could wait until a week before classes begin. But of course, we wouldn't advise you to do that. You may not get the classes that you want to go into because they may be full at that time. So we encourage students to apply early. So that starts the application process. and then you can kind of go through the transcripts and the placement testing and financial aid and get all of that taken care of, so that when it's time to register for our fall classes in June, they're ready to go and they can get the classes that they want to go into.
And if they come to our Welcome Center here on the Lee main campus, they can talk to admissions officials about what they need to do. Is that correct?
Absolutely, and actually we kind of include that when we do our campus tours. So I'll let the admissions counselor know of that particular program that the student's interested in. And so after the tour, I'll kind of let them speak with the admissions counselor of that specific program, so they can kind of get the ins and outs of the program that they're going into, maybe talk about course scheduling. If it's one of our selected programs, they can go over all of the admissions requirements for that particular program, and get all the information they need to make a sound decision.
As CCCC Student Outreach Director, what advice would you give to high school students who are looking at CCCC as well as other colleges and universities?
Well, one of the first things I would do is have them to decide what they want to do as far as a major. If they kind of have that figured out, again, visit the campuses that they're interested in going to. And then from there, you know, just make sure that, you know, that's the program they want to go into. A lot of students will enroll in college and go into a particular program, and then they may decide after a semester or two that, you know, that's not something they want to do. So having an idea, a strong idea of what they want to enroll in will save them time and money as far as, you know, going through a particular program and then either transferring to a four-year school or going into the workforce. So if they can kind of have a general idea of what they want to do, that'll save them a lot of time and money in the long run.
Kelvin, you've been here at Central Carolina Community College for 11 years. You obviously believe strongly in your work.
Absolutely. I came from a four-year institution, a much larger institution, and when I began working here, I didn't know a lot about the programs and the services that community colleges offered. And you know, over the last 11 years, I've been really blown away and just all of the advances and the changes of the college here at CCCC. I think we do an excellent job, and you know, I think we're the best community college out there. And I tell the students that when I go out and speak with them in the high schools, or if I go into a church organization or industry, whether it's Caterpillar or you know, mowing or what have you. I really strongly believe that, you know, we have excellent programs here, and whenever the students come, just like the group I had earlier today, you know, they kind of see everything that we offer, and usually, you know, they're just amazed at everything that we have, and you know, usually they recruit for us because they see everything that we have and they go out and tell others about it. And that's the beauty of what we do, you know, serving the community, you know, the way that we do. And, you know, like I said, these 11 years have gone by really fast, and I've had a great time. I look forward to 11 more and more after that.
And you pointed out talking about high school seniors, but really you're looking for students to have the CCCC experience who may have been out of high school for a good while. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We have a lot of students that are non-traditional that may have graduated high school and then went into the workforce, and then they may say, I think I want to change my career. A lot of times they may be afraid of doing that because they've been out of school so long, you know. So when they come to visit, just as the traditional students, we will show them around and let them know all the programs that we have. You know, they may want to take a personality assessment test to see what a good fit for them, or as far as a change of career would be. We'll allow them to, you know, speak with the faculty and admissions counselors if need be, and then get them started on that career path to go back into the workforce in a different career field also.
And while Central Carolina Community College serves Lee, Chatham, and Harnett counties, we're not limited to those boundaries. Is that correct?
That's correct. We serve those 3 counties. We typically consistently get students from about a 12-county area. So it really is Central Carolina when we talk about it that way. And because of our unique programs that we offer, we're kind of allowed to go out and do more outreach than, you know, a typical community college would. So we go to a lot of different places. If you're interested in visiting and you're outside of those 3 counties, then, you know, we would love to have you. We would love to come see you, and just let us know.
Kelvin, what do you think makes Central Carolina Community College such a special place for our students?
Well, I think you'll probably hear this as a common theme as far as students come first here, student learning, student success. All of those three things kind of go hand in hand. I can tell you personally, I'll see students that on a campus tour, you know, I'm kind of the face of the college sometimes. And then before I know it, I'll see that student walking across stage to graduate, and I'm like, man, that happened really fast. You know, so just, you know, seeing them progress through the programs, seeing them on campus, making sure they have all the resources they need to be successful. I think that's what this college does as a whole. All the faculty take interest in their students. The class sizes are so small that, you know, we're able to do that. You know, and just making sure our students accomplish the goals that they have set, you know, whether it's going back into the workforce or transferring to a four-year school. I think we do a great job of that.
Well, for the potential students in our viewing audience, how do they receive further information on Central Carolina Community College?
You can contact us again at our website, www.ccc.edu. Go to our programs and courses link. You can click there and select the course or major that you're interested in, and look at the curriculum guides that we have. Course descriptions are there, mock schedules are there. Faculty contact information is there, or you can just contact me directly again, 919-718-7368, and we'll be glad to walk those students through that process, have them come in for a tour, whatever it is they're interested in doing.
And we certainly invite our audience, if you have any interest at all in Central Carolina Community College and attending school here, Kelvin and his staff would be very happy to speak with you. Again, our website is www.cccc.edu. Kelvin, thank you for being with us today, and thank you, viewers, for being with us on 4C Visions.
Thank you, RV.